Deep in the remote mountains, a team of researchers stumbled upon an ancient structure hidden away from the world for centuries. The moment they entered, they were greeted with a sight that defied all expectations. Their initial excitement quickly turned to bewilderment as they realized this wasn't an ordinary ancient structure. It held secrets that could rewrite history. But before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. Whoa, can you believe this? He asked his colleagues through his headset, over the roaring sound of the helicopter they were in. They had received very clear coordinates for their mission, but as there was no way to get there on land, they had taken the chopper. There was a hole near the top, and through it, you could see some kind of structure on the inside of the mountain. It seemed to be a pyramid, and it was truly a bizarre sight. He gestured to the pilot that they needed to go inside the hole. The man looked at him with wide eyes for a moment, obviously caught off guard by this. He had one shot at convincing the pilot to follow through, or the mission would be doomed to fail. He gave him a short pep talk, explaining how he was the best pilot he knew, and this mission could lead to an extremely important discovery for humankind. Cameron suspected that the pilot did not know exactly what they thought the structure in this mountain to be, and he did his best to keep everything as vague as possible. The less he knew, the better. He stared the pilot in the eyes, and he could see that he was thoroughly thinking this through. Come on, man, don't leave us hanging now. Finally, the pilot sighed, and he pressed some buttons on the dashboard. All right then. They were all unbelievably curious to see what exactly they would find inside that hole. You got this, Cameron told the pilot one more time, and he nodded back. He took a deep breath and carefully descended until they were right above the mountain. He hovered over the hole and very, very slowly lowered the helicopter into it. As the helicopter delved deeper, a subtle shift in the atmosphere became evident. The suffocating veil of darkness slowly started to recede, giving way to a vague yet unmistakable radiance that hinted at the grandeur concealed within the mountain. Looking out, Cameron's eyes widened as he recognized the source of the glow. Luminescent minerals studded the cave walls, emitting a soft otherworldly light that painted every crevice and ridge. Stepping out, the team congregated at the platform's edge, where the view took their breaths away. It felt like they had been transported into an age-old legend, a place where tales of lost civilizations and forgotten kingdoms came alive. Tents were pitched and equipment was rolled out. As they ventured closer to the pyramid's base, they came across enigmatic inscriptions. Hieroglyphs, symbols, and patterns sprawled across the surfaces, unlike anything documented in known history. The pyramid structure was an enigma in itself. As geologist Dr. Elena Foster took samples, she was baffled. The stone wasn't just rare, it was alive, pulsating with a soft rhythm. This is beyond our current knowledge, she whispered, her hands trembling slightly. The evening's discussion around the campfire was intense. Theories flew, with Dr. Kurov, the team's archaeoastronomer, pointing out the unearthly aspects of their find. Amid their examination, Dr. Ava Martinez brushed her hand against an unusually smooth part of the stone. It depressed slightly, causing a segment of the pyramid to shift, revealing a dark recess beyond. "I've found something," she exclaimed. The lingering silence was unbearable. Dr. Kurov took a deep breath, his eyes filled with determination. "I can't just stand here," he declared. Beside him, young archaeologist Leah Roberts nodded in agreement. "Neither can I," she chimed in. Inside the pyramid, the sheer complexity of the structure astounded them. Corridors twisted and turned, branching off in countless directions. The walls bore more of the peculiar hieroglyphs, their meanings elusive. They followed the trail with renewed vigor, each sign serving as a breadcrumb leading them onward. The labyrinth's ominous ambience became too much to bear. "We need to get out now," Leah exclaimed, voice trembling. As they retraced their steps, the whispering grew louder, urging their already hastened pace into an outright sprint. The scroll, as Cameron deciphered, detailed a tale of an ancient civilization that thrived in these secluded mountains. "They were advanced, possibly more than we could ever imagine," he shared, his voice imbued with respect. Their society, both scientific and spiritual, seemed to coexist harmoniously. "It's as if they intentionally disappeared, leaving behind only these hints of their existence," concluded Doctor. Every inch of the pyramid whispered tales from the past. Delicate carvings portrayed gatherings, ceremonies, and intricate maps. Just when the mountain's enigma seemed to be winding down, a concealed door caught Cameron's attention. "There's something more here," he announced, his voice echoing in anticipation. Carefully pushing against the worn stone, a chamber previously hidden from view beckoned the team with its quiet allure. The chamber walls were etched with detailed blueprints, showcasing the pyramid's design and construction methods. Detailed drawings showed humans bearing tools and lifting massive blocks using sophisticated pulley systems. "We have a responsibility," Cameron asserted, "to share this history, to tell their story." Meetings were scheduled, press conferences planned, and as they packed, their hearts brimmed with a mix of excitement and reverence. As the helicopter blades began to whirl, the team took one last look at the enigmatic mountain's peak. The sights, sounds, and mysteries of the place had etched into their souls. Upon landing, the base camp was abuzz of activity. Researchers, having heard snippets of the grand discovery, swarmed around, eager for tales and evidence. Cameron, still processing the gravity of their findings, began recounting their experiences. Every word met with gasps of disbelief and admiration. Whispers of a revolutionary find that could change historical narratives filled lecture halls and coffee shops alike. In a packed auditorium, Cameron stepped up to the podium, a projector illuminating their expedition's visuals. As he narrated their journey, the audience was transported into the mountain's depths, sharing in the team's awe, fears, and eventual elation. A newfound respect emerged for Cameron and his team as academia celebrated the monumental discovery. In a press conference, Cameron held up a well-preserved document found deep within the pyramid. A relic from the lost civilization, it contained accounts of their daily lives, their leaders, and their cultural practices. The team had deciphered it, revealing the society's human origins and their pride in the pyramid's construction. This was the definitive proof that silenced the doubters. Amidst the accolades and the media frenzy, the team found a quiet moment for themselves. They gathered in their base camp's common room, looking over photos from their journey. Each realized the gravity of their achievement. They hadn't just found a pyramid. They had rediscovered a chapter of human history that had been lost to time.